You're listening to the Things Podcast, brought to you by the Things Industries.
Hi, everybody. I'm Alix Paultre, and today at the Things Conference, we've got Louis Moreau. He's with Edge Impulse. And Louis, I'm glad you had an opportunity to come sit with us and chat.
Thanks a lot for inviting me.
Well, there is so much going on in our space, and it's like a choir. Every voice is important. So what are you adding to the choir?
That's a good question. So I'm leading the developer relations team with Edge Impulse, and all the journeys start with developers. So we want to make sure that they are happy and have a good user experience.
So tell us about Edge Impulse itself. What are the services and products that it is offering the industry?
Yeah, that's a good question. We're building a platform, which is kind of a suite of tools for engineers to build Edge AI models, which is it contains tools to acquire data, so to do the data acquisition, to train your model, to validate it, and ultimately to export the model. And those can be exported in plenty of different formats. We support a wide variety of hardware ecosystem or hardware boards. So the output of Edge Impulse will be a model that can run mostly anywhere.
So now, you'd mentioned hardware. Is your value add mostly on the software side, or is it also in the hardware?
So we leverage the hardware acceleration when it's available. We build software. But so I think it's the combination of the two worlds.
Got it. Are there any application spaces that you are especially targeting, or are you a solution that's good for everywhere?
I would say the sales team are more targeting wearables on the one side and computer vision application slightly in the more industrial environments. But those are the two big sales focus. On my side, I see projects like from any ideas, like we've got conservation projects. People try to detect cats, dogs, plenty of things.
Very interesting. So when it comes to all of this, what do you find is the biggest obstacle to getting the customer to recognize they need your service?
That's a good question. It even changed a bit over the time because Edge AI, as a concept, kind of evolved in their user perception, especially since the arrival of ChatGPT. And I think all the executives want to put AI in a product, and I think we arrived with a new solution, so you can run AI now on microcontrollers or small CPU boards. So I think we have a new approach to be able to give those AI capabilities to everyone, or to people that are not able to run ChatGPT workloads because they don't see the value. While they could see the value of having Edge AI models being processed on the device, keeping the data private, locally processed. So yeah.
Well, Louis, I always look at it and I tell other people, I see AI as having two distinct flavors, as it were. You've got the vertically applied AI, which, intelligent sensors or smart home or vehicle management, not driving. And then you've got the other side of AI, which is the ChatGPT and the gray area stuff. So I think in the area where you have a vertical application and the AI is trained to specifically address that vertical application, you're going to get a lot of success. But the big pushback that I'm seeing from the audience, from the pushback I'm seeing from the industry, is they don't quite trust the gray AI, the ChatGPT AI. They don't necessarily trust it to run things because it could cause some serious issues down the road.
Those big AIs have some limitations, but I truly believe that as the race for the larger, more intelligence model will keep on continue, we'll have that, and model will be smarter, understanding more languages, more modalities. But at the same time, many other small players will be creating dedicated AIs. It could be LLM based, so still a processing natural language, but could also be some other modalities, especially on the sensors. At the moment, we don't see much LLMs with sensors. We see more traditional machine learning. It's easier to explain, so it has a better explainability, which is something especially in the medical or healthcare environments, you need to be able to backtrace the decision that has been taken. So in that case, smaller AI models that can then be better interpreted I think it's also a good solution.
Got it, Louis. So now, is there any aspect of what Edge Impulse is doing that we haven't brought up yet that you feel our audience should know about?
I think I'm ready to say we are about to launch a big developer contest. It will be running through all the month of November. So we have some good cash prizes. Everyone can participate. And yeah, I think I'm happy to see every of the developers compete to try to answer the problematic of this developer contest. It will be worldwide. And you can do this with Edge Impulse.
Very cool. Because I always like competitions like that because you might get some application solutions that you never thought you'd see. Some developer has a wild idea and they're like, oh, for this, let me go ahead and give it a shot. And then you see an application like, wow, I never thought of using it like that. Have you seen examples of that kind of eureka moment? Like, oh, that's an interesting way to use AI.
I think on the conservation side, yeah, some people have come with approaches that we were never thinking about. You can, for example, if you want to detect let's take an example with a beehive. Some people came with the approach of using not only the sound, but some other weight sensors or other kind of thing that they think out of the box. And I like to work with students. We've got plenty of students in our platform because they don't have any scope or buyers already, by the nature of their job. So yeah, I like to work with students because sometimes they think out of the box with something that was not possible, and they say, yeah, let's make this possible.
Let's make it possible.
Yeah.
So, having said that, do you have any final words for our audience before I let you go?
Well, thank you for inviting me, and I truly invite you to test Edge Impulse if you haven't tested it. It's free. We've got a large, very generous developer tier. And then we've got some other enterprise version if you're interested in automating your data pipelines and have some more advanced features. But Edge Impulse has a very, very good free tier, and I suggest everyone to sign up and start
Go to the
journey.
website
Yeah.
and check it out. Very cool, Louis. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thanks a lot for having me.